Okay, we want to generate an approach and retract for the last toolpath we just ran. And so I'm going to go to my last tab over here where the approach and the retract is. They have a default up to safety plane. As long as the safety plane is being selected in the part operation up here by default, we don't need to reselect it. But if you remember our toolpath, that's exactly what the toolpath did, is it came up to the safety plane. And I do have the color coding turned on. You can see the yellow is representing my approach, the blue my retract, and the green is representing my machining feed rates. We'll be changing that here in a little bit. They have several default modes that you can use. I really don't care for myself. I like to build my own. So I'm going to delete what they have, and I'm going to put a tangent line in with a radial and another tangent and up to safety plane. So that way I've got a chance to play with it a little bit. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. We've actually taken and extended out our toolpath a little bit. We have a sweep in. We have a vertical line or a straight line move into our arc. And we're up to our safety plane. I like this for several reasons. One, I can turn my cutter comp on right here. I've got a straight line move that's off my workpiece. I sweep into the workpiece, and I'm actually generating somewhat of an overlap in here for it to come right on around. I can do the same thing with my retract. I can build by user. I can delete out what's there. I can go tangent, motion, throw a sweep out, maybe another tangent, and up to safety plane. And this is what it looks like. You can see here we have a sweep in. The toolpath sweeps in and it sweeps out, and you can see we've got a nice overlap here to get rid of that. If we want to, we can double click on this geometry and change that line. Maybe I only want this one to be 200 thousandths long. This radius, quite often you might want to change the radius to 45 degrees. Maybe you want to make the radius equal to the radius of the cutter, just to keep consistency. Same thing here, maybe 0.2 will do it. You can see here we've drastically shortened up our retract, which is fine because we've already cut everything. On my approach, I'm going to shorten this up to 0.2. I'm going to make this one equal to the radius of my cutter, just to make sure I'm off the workpiece a little ways. I'm going to double click on it again and change the angle to 45 though. I'm also going to make this first move, tangent move, the same radius or same length as the radius of my cutter. You can see now I started out off the workpiece. I swept in, we got a little bit of an overlap, went on and around, and out we went. You can see how I keep building that and playing with it. Okay? Very simple to do. Right now I want to go in, and we're missing an cutter comp. So I'm going to right click on that point and go to my PP word list. Down here there's a little button that will allow me to go to turn on my cutter comp syntaxes. I turn on my cutter comp, and all I want to do is turn my cut comp on. I'm going to hit apply, close, and OK. Now I've turned my cutter comp on right here. It'll figure out the direction automatically. And this also gives me a linear move before it turns on. My retract, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to turn it off just as it comes off the workpiece here. So I'm going to hit PP word list, cutter comp, turn it off, apply it, close, OK. And we have now added our cutter comp in here, turned it on, turned it off. We're all set. We've generated a basic profile pass that you can see here. And real simple, easy to do, easy to use, and plus it can be reused again. Okay? But that's how you generate a simple profile pass.